3 things that will consistently make your Etsy shop lose money. There are many, many ways in business to self-sabotage. That's the nicest way to say it, right? Trust me, I am the most experienced person at self-sabotaging in business, and I think I've been through pretty much, hopefully at this point, I've been in this journey for about 10 years, hopefully all of them. So in this video, we're going to be talking about the 3 top things that will absolutely sabotage your sales on Etsy, especially when you're first starting out. So let's get into it. Number 1, lack of focus, especially when you're starting out. If you're not focused on building a legitimate brand and you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and have really no direction with your shop, this is absolutely the worst thing that you can do. If you're starting a business, I mean, you can find case study of shops that are just these spaghetti, throw it at the wall shops that do make sales, but they're not set up for the long-term play in business. When you're trying to be successful at something, you need to be hyper targeted on one goal and where you're going and how you're going to get there, right? And starting a print-on-demand shop, a digital shop, / a handmade shop, opening multiple shops at the same time is not the way to get there. All that does is just spread you super thin and kind of leaves you overwhelmed and with no direction. I have a free starter course in the description that you can go through that kind of walks you through this of how to really get hyper targeted on what card you want to pick up when you first start a business. Opening up multiple shops at the same time, trying to launch multiple product types at the same time doesn't mean that you can't do it, but in the beginning, it's not going to serve you because every new product type that you pick up, every new sales channel you pick up, whether it's Shopify, Etsy, Amazon, they have all different needs, wants, fears, and goals, and trying to tackle all of them at the same time while trying to acquire the skills necessary that you haven't even acquired yet to become an authority in that space. Trying to do all that at one time is just not winning. What's winning is getting hyper focused on one brand, one business model, and one product type and going all in and mastering that. And then once you master it, then you can move to another sales channel, then another product type. But it's really hard to master everything without getting a true proof of concept and then moving to the next thing. It's really hard to do that if you haven't got that proof of concept first. And when I say proof of concept, it means people are consistently giving you money for that thing that you made. Mistake number 2 is getting super emotionally attached to your products. I know that you might love what you put out. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But what tends to happen a lot of times, especially in our early stages, I get comments about this all the time, is that people get emotionally attached to their listings and to their products. I know that you love your product and you might think it's the best thing since bread was invented, but data doesn't lie. If you posted a listing and it's not making sales for months and months and months, the algorithm has judged that listing, right? So just because you like something, right, you alone are not a big enough data sample to say that the whole entire market likes that thing. And that is why companies can go to California, raise millions of dollars and sell their idea to 1 or 2 people and completely fail because they miss a very important step, which I don't know how you can miss this step when you're raising millions of dollars or who allows this, but it happens every single day, right? And it's because they skip the most important step, which is validating the market. Now, because we're selling on Etsy and we're not raising millions of dollars, there's a lot less risk involved, but the algorithm is going to provide you with that data to tell you whether or not your product is good. And you need to follow what the data says. So if something is not working, you need to change what you're doing. If you've launched all your listings with one type of mockup or one type of image, try to change all of your images, drastically change the positioning, the lighting, the modeling, and continue to test until something begins to move. It's a testing game until you gain that traction. And the one thing that you can always fall back on is if you know that there's other people out there winning in the space, the same space that you're in, competing for the same customer as you, like you can prove it because you can see they're making sales every day on their shop, right? Then that means that you can too. That just means the difference between you and them is a knowledge gap. It's not a capacity gap. That means that you actually have the capacity to do it. You're just missing a skill set that you haven't acquired yet, but it doesn't mean that it's not possible. So competition is never a bad thing. It makes you become a better business owner. And number 3 is boredom. Boredom is probably the worst sabotage in business. What happens is people start to get bored with doing the same thing over and over again. And what they don't realize is that repetition of doing that thing is what's getting your skills better and better and better. And because it becomes boring, we tend to want to get distracted with other things and pick up other projects, right? So this is really the number one thing I see the most consistent that makes sellers fail, right? Because you fundamentally get bored. And so you want to start solving more problems because more problems to solve are exciting exciting, and you start neglecting that first thing that's actually serving you. And this is so detrimental. And this is when you have to go back to your goals and ask yourself, what is your actual goal here? Is your goal actually to make money and build a real long-lasting business, or is your goal just to have fun? And there's no wrong answer, but it's just you need to know why you started it in the first place. The second you want to start another business or pick up another project, right, you're distracting yourself from the first thing that's serving you. And we'll just throw a bonus number 4 in there, which is quality over quantity. So sometimes we see, okay, our competition has thousands of listings. I'm going to get to 1,000 listings super, super fast. Just because you're posting a lot of listings, I mean, I'd rather have you post way less listings, but hyper-targeted quality listings over quantity listings. It definitely is a quantity game, but it's not about getting 1,000 listings as fast as possible if they're not actually good, intentional, thought out, right? It's about really, really paying attention to all the micro moments of truth to make your listing convert. Think of your listing as one big input form, because that's basically what it is. You're filling out an online form, giving Etsy as much data about what you're selling as possible. And so what you want to do is every moment of truth, whether it's a title, a photo, a video, an attribute, right? You want every moment of truth to be optimized to its max ability. So whatever is the best possible title you can write, you want to write the best possible title. Whatever is the best image that you can put, you want to use the best image that's going to compete in comparison to your competition. Every moment of truth matters. And I have thousands of videos in my YouTube channel for free that shows exactly how to do all of these things. So make sure if you're not already subscribed to subscribe to the channel. But those are really the 4 biggest things that I see that sellers make. If you can think of more, make sure you comment those down below.